Ever looked around your place and seen dumbbells in one corner, painting supplies in another, half-finished coding tutorials on your laptop, and pottery class videos saved on your phone? And then you feel like something's wrong with you. People tell you to pick one thing and stick with it. You need commitment. You're all over the place. You feel like you can't settle down, like you'll never become a serious person. But here's the truth. You're not broken. The world's thinking is broken. Look, in our parents' generation, the formula was simple. Pick a lane, master it, retire. Everything was structured, predictable. Like practicing cricket, same rules, just perfect your swing over for years, and you're an expert. But today's world, completely different. Industries transform every 5 years. AI drops, remote work explodes, new platforms emerge overnight. Relying on just one skill in this environment is like shooting yourself in the foot. Your brain has figured this out automatically. That's why you naturally explore. Sometimes you hit the gym, sometimes you learn graphic design, sometimes you read about business ideas, sometimes you experiment with cooking. From the outside, it looks scattered. But what are you actually doing? You're training your brain to recognize patterns across different domains. In psychology, this is called far transfer. Specialists solve problems only within their field. Same tools, same thinking. But you take an idea from one field and apply it somewhere completely different. Imagine someone who was a chef, then became a software engineer. They'll approach coding like a recipe. Ingredients become variables, timing becomes loops, presentation becomes UI. That's a connection a pure tech person would never make. This is your real power. Synthesis. Your value isn't in depth, it's in connections. Now, I know what's running through your head, okay? I get all that, but here's my problem. I'm burning out. People my age are managers. They're in senior positions, and I'm still trying multiple things. I feel like I'm falling behind. Here's the twist. You're not behind, you're playing a different game. Specialists are T-shaped deep in one line. You're M-shaped, multiple peaks connected by curiosity. But here's the mistake. You can't build all the peaks at once. If you try to become a fitness expert, launch a business, and write a book all in the same month, you'll collapse, burnout guaranteed. What's the solution? Think in seasons. Divide your life into phases. Maybe in your ursuses, you dive deep into music and creativity. In your sensors, business and finance become the focus. In your scissors, teaching or mentoring. These are all pillars of your M-shape. I heard a story about a guy almost years old. Spent his whole life confused about whether to do programming or music. Then he figured it out. Do both, but smartly. Programming paid the bills, kept the workload light during weekdays. Weekends and evenings went to music, philosophy, game design. He turned down high-paying promotions to maintain a censors-hour work week. Protected his mental space, and gradually everything merged. Now he's building his own game design project where all his skills come together. That's the real M-shape. Sequential mastery, not all at once, season by season. And one last thing that makes you bulletproof, redundancy. In nature, redundancy is strength. Elephants rarely get cancer because they have massive genetic redundancy. Multiple copies of the same gene. If one fails, another takes over. Your multiple skills are your redundancy. If you're just a software engineer and AI replaces you, that's a problem. But if you're a software engineer, plus no electrical work, plus can teach, plus can create content, nobody can break you. You weren't wasting time trying hobbies, you were building survival skills. So stop feeling guilty about your unfinished projects. Those weren't failures. They were chapters in your education. You weren't meant to be just one thing. You were built to create bridges, connections that normal people can't even see. If this all makes sense, drop M-shaped mindset in the comments. And if you want to dive deeper into how to plan your seasons, subscribe and check out the resources in the description. Your diversity isn't your weakness, it's your superpower.